So let's talk about some altcoins that has the potential to really explode once the markets get moving again. And these altcoins could take off a lot sooner than people realize. All right, everyone. So before I start talking about the altcoins that has the potential to really explode, we first need to talk about altcoins that investors need to get rid of. We have a lot to discuss in today's video. Actually, this is one you do not want to miss, that is for sure. But remember, nothing here is financial advice. At the end of the day, I can always be wrong. Make sure you guys do own research. Now, real quick before I continue, for anyone looking for a great crypto exchange, check out my link to BTCC. They've got a $200 USDT giveaway happening. Goes towards one winner. How to be eligible: sign up, deposit, and trade between February 1st and 28th. All users signed up using my link, new and old, is eligible for this draw. And also just a reminder that you get 10% bonus on first time deposits. Extra bonuses up to $10,000. It requires no VPN, no KYC. If you're someone that still plays around with leverage, you get to use up to 500x leverage. The link will be in my description down below for anyone that's interested. All right, so the crypto markets right now is still sitting in extreme fear on the fear and greed index, a 9 extreme fear. People are still panicking. What I want everyone to ask themselves is, at what point do you hit that buy button? Do you wait until the fear and greed index flips back into extreme greed? At what point? Because everyone continues to wait for a bigger dip. And I'm telling you guys right now, if that bigger dip does end up coming, you're still going to be waiting for another bigger dip. It's just what people do. If you guys have been watching my videos over the last couple of days, I've mentioned it, right? People are screaming that Bitcoin is going to fall down to 40K. And if 40K does end up coming, then people's going to be like, well, Bitcoin's going to fall down to 20K. And then they're just going to be waiting to buy the dip forever. And it's never going to happen. Not unless the fear and greed index flip into extreme greed and Bitcoin is sitting at all-time highs. That's when everyone is going to want to start pouring their money back into the markets. I see it every single cycle. It's just what people do. It's absolutely hilarious. But anyways, the crypto bubbles right now is showing that the market is green today, which is fantastic, especially considering that it's a Friday. And over the last few months, 9 times out of 10, Fridays are red days. Fridays, Saturdays, usually red days, and then we see some green action on Sunday, and then Monday is just unpredictable. But let's say that the market is at its bottom, right? And the reason why we're seeing green today is because the market is starting to flip, it's trying to turn around. Let's just use that. Let's just say that, right? Well, what coin should you be holding in your portfolio, getting ready for the next run? Because the last thing that you want to be doing is holding the wrong coins that's not going to take off. Because the reality is, not every single coin is going to reach back towards their all-time highs. I know everyone wants to believe that. Every coin in your portfolio, you might be down, and you're like, okay, I'm just going to hold until this thing gets back towards, my entry price, and then I'm going to cash out. What if that doesn't happen? Like, for example, this coin right here, Polkadot. Back in 2021, this thing had a large amount of hype around it, okay? This thing went all the way up to $55. What about in 2024? After it crashed, right, that bear market, it crashed. In 2024, this thing reached a high of $11. So anyone that bought Polkadot at its all-time high did not even have the opportunity to get back their money. It's brutal. It was absolutely brutal. And that's because the markets left. The markets rotated out of older positions like this and started pouring money into coins like SUI, Say, and other altcoins. Okay, this is just what ends up happening. And now a lot of people just back holding this thing. And this thing has gotten so bad where during the October 10th crash, Polkadot came down to about 66 cents, guys. It's bad. And the last thing that I want for all of you is to be holding coins in your portfolio that ends up doing something like this, where you're just not going to make your money back. So what I highly recommend is everyone go through your portfolios one by one on each coin and ask yourself and be honest with yourself. Why would someone else buy this for the next run? I want you to honestly be straight up with yourself. Why would someone else buy this? Especially if you're someone that only holds meme coins in your portfolio. All right, you guys know people rotate out of these coins so fast, right? 2023, 2024, everyone was talking about SWE and SAY. Who says the next run up, they're going to be talking about SWE and SAY? Because more than likely, there's going to be another L1, because every cycle, there's another L1 that gains a lot of hype, and people forget about the previous L1s from the previous cycle, right? And this is why we saw Polkadot go nowhere, because everyone turned to SWE, they turned to SAY. ADA, Cardano, didn't even make it back towards its all-time highs. But the point that I'm trying to make here is be on the lookout for emerging new L1s. I'm not trying to create FUD around ADA, SWE, or SAY. I still have those in my portfolios, but I'm just using those as an example, because every cycle has a new L1 where investors are like, hey, this is the next big thing. And then it's the next big thing for that current cycle. A new cycle comes, hey, this is like, it's never ending. Okay, so make sure you guys are on the lookout for any new emerging L1s. And when it comes to L2s, you can forget about it because, and I've mentioned this probably about a week ago, Ethereum founder Vitalik basically said, we don't need that anymore. We don't need L2s anymore. So going into the next run, I wouldn't hold any L2s. At least that's me. Anyways, let's get into coins that I believe has the potential to really fly the moment crypto starts to take off again. Okay, I highly recommend everyone stick to the narratives. It's just the easiest to navigate through. And the first one here is going to be about Perp DEX. Guys, I've been talking about Perp DEX for the last few months, and I've been saying people are just greedy. They are just greedy. They're always going to try to take a little bit of money and turn it into a large sum of money. And this is why we saw meme coins explode over the last couple of years. They're trying to take their $100 and turn it into $100,000, maybe even $1 million, okay? And with perps, you can take a little bit of money, just like meme coins, and turn it into a large amount of money. And just like meme coins, you could get wiped out as well. I actually wonder, what is more risky, meme coins or perps? What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments section. But the first one here is going to be Aster. Now, I don't believe Aster is at a price that I would consider buying for specific reasons, but I'm going to put up the charts in just a second. But I want you guys to actually look for a pullback again on Aster, even though it is down from its all-time highs. But there's a couple things happening on Aster. So as you can see here, Aster Chain mainnet launch set for March. And this is why the price has been moving recently. So Aster is set to launch the Aster Chain mainnet in March, expanding the DEX with blockchain and real assets. Aster Chain will integrate staking, governance, and synthetic markets, expanding user participation beyond crypto trading. Perpetual futures trading surge on Aster DEX, driving demand for custom chains and boosting the value of the Aster token. We saw something similar with Hyperliquid not that long ago, and Hyperliquid went up, what, like 60, 75, I think it was like 75, maybe 80% after the news was dropped, and Aster is pulling the exact same thing, right? News drop, people are flocking towards Aster right now, and this is why the price has been moving. If you come over here actually to X, this one person says, I sold ETH around 3K and moved it into Aster. Not gonna lie, I kind of gave up on ETH this cycle. Kind of feels like a dinosaur price wise painful to hodl. The thing about Ethereum is, you know what? People was laughing at it, saying it's a dinosaur, it's not moving. But Ethereum did actually make a new all-time high back in, what, 2025? Okay, so at least ETH gave people the opportunity to make their money back, the people that bought it at all-time highs. You can't say the same about a lot of the other altcoins. And people's laughing now at ETH, just like they laughed at gold, they laughed at silver, because those prices wasn't moving. And then the price moved and everyone started to catch FOMO. I think the same thing is going to happen to ETH. But anyways, if we come back here to Aster and we check out the price action, we can see that it's sitting at 72 cents. And not that long ago, when was this? So on February 5th, February 6th, this thing came down to about 44 cents. And right now it's sitting at 72 cents. So that's a nice little pop on your investment, but it is sitting around resistance area. And this is why I wouldn't get into Aster right now. If you see a dip, so if Aster comes back down to, like, let's say 55 cents, I think that's a great buy opportunity. I think that you can't go wrong with Perp DEX actually. Matter of fact, anything Perp DEX related, I think is going to take off again. I feel like we got a little bit of a glimpse of the potential sometime in 2025 when the Perp DEX meta was taking off, but I don't think that was the full explosion of the Perp DEX meta. So Aster's a good one. Obviously Hyperliquid. I got into this thing. I've been buying this thing in the 20s, as bought as low as $20, and right now sitting at 31, but recently it went all the way up to $38. Okay, so yeah, Hyperliquid, definitely a solid one right here. It doesn't matter what Bitcoin is doing, what Ethereum is doing. Hyperliquid has been holding up its gains like crazy. And that's something to really take note of, because I think it was yesterday, Bitcoin came down to 65,000 and Hyperliquid barely budged. Matter of fact, all it really did was retest a support level around $28. Right, so definitely something to take note of. Hyperliquid, Aster, and there's a couple other ones. I mean, if you come over here to CoinMarketCap, you can see that Hyperliquid's got the largest market cap, 8 billion, Aster 1.7 billion. And then another one that really exploded during the whole Perp DEX meta was AVNT, sitting at a $52 million market cap. So if you want to go, more risk on, then that's definitely something to consider. When it comes to Perp DEX, it's not going anywhere. It's definitely not going anywhere. And when you fully understand this, then you realize the potential for growth in terms of price anyways is massive. A lot of people right now is saying that Hyperliquid is going to end up flipping BNB. Is that going to actually happen? I don't know. BNB is sitting at an $84 billion market cap at its all-time high. This thing was what, $130, $40 billion market cap, something ridiculous like that. The thing is, Hyperliquid or any of these perps, they don't need to necessarily flip BNB. People just need to believe it is possible. Just like what we saw happen with SWI. When SWI started to explode, people were saying SWI is going to flip Solana. SWI is the Solana killer, and it did not, but the price exploded because of the belief. And this is why I'm talking about Perp DEX specifically for this video, because the belief is there for Hyperliquid to flip BNB. And the closer and closer that gets towards, becoming a possibility, the more likely we're going to see all of these entire Perp DEX coins really take off. So something to be paying very close attention to if you ask me. I think you can't go wrong with Perp DEX. But again, nothing here was financial advice, guys. I can't stress that enough. Do your own research. If you believe what I'm saying, then, you buy if you want. But it's not on me. It's on you. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Check out a few of the links down below. And until next time, take care.